read the Quran. You should read the Quran. You should read the Quran.
All praise and thanks are due to God. We praise Him and we seek His guidance and assistance. We seek refuge with God from the evilness that dwells from within our souls and from the consequences of our evil deeds. Whomsoever God guides, there's no one that can misguide him. And whomsoever God allows to be led astray, you cannot find for this person a guiding friend. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and He is alone without any partners. And I bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah, peace be upon him, is His last prophet and messenger. O people, worship God as He deserves to be worshipped and feared, and die not but in a state of total submission to Him. And we as the Muslims, we call this state Islam, and the one who does this, the Muslim. Today's show, the topic for today's show, I want to actually start reading the Quran. Start reading the Quran, going into the Quran, and reading ayats or passages out of the Quran, and expounding on the meanings a little bit, just the basic stuff, just the basic meaning. So all up until now, I'm kind of like, I've been kind of like bringing my audience along, you know, with how the Muslims believe in God, you know, the way we believe in God, and everything around that, and how we see the religion, how we see the religion as one, all the way up to all the way up to, you know, that God is not a part of His creation. You know, we want the people out there to know that, and that we worship Him alone without any partners. So if you are following me, and if you have been watching this show from episode 1 all the way up to now, I've been like, you know, tagging you guys along. So now I'm at the point where I want to go ahead and start going into the Quran and reading some ayats on them. So everything, and if you notice, if you've been watching me, everything I've said, all the dawah that I have been given on this show, the Dawah Time show, I've always said and let you know that all of this dawah or this information and knowledge has come from the Quran. So I speak not of myself. Everything is from the Quran, which we, the Muslims, believe is the last book of revelation. There will be no more books after this book, and it's the last guidance for all mankind. And this book confirms all the prior books and all the prior prophets. So with saying that, I'd like to go into the book and invite you into the book if you never read it, and so we can get some type of acknowledgement of what the book is about. So I want to start by making my intentions and seeking refuge with Allah from the shaitan that rejected. I want to say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, which is what we say anytime we go to read the Quran, the purified scriptures, pages, ayats, and evidences. And I want to start by saying, in the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I'm going to not recite the Arabic because it would take too long. I want to just say everything in English, but know that the Quran, it was built in Arabic and has never been changed from its original text, from its original form. That this English is it's a translation into the English tongue, into the English text, so that the English people can get the guidance, can get the knowledge, can be warned, and giving a glad tiding. And that's what the Quran do. It warns the people and it gives people glad tidings with guidance. Okay? So I want to go ahead and start reading from the first ayat. It starts Aleph Lam Mim, and these are basically letters, Arabic letters, Aleph Lam Mim, but it tells us in the Quran that no one knows its true meanings but Allah. But sometimes when the revelation was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, sometimes he said, Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him, that sometimes the revelation will begin with like the sounds of bells, you know, like sounds. And so this is one of those sounds, Aleph Lam Mim. So that's like a sound of a bell to him that he described. And that's how this. And this is Surah Al-Baqarah, and it's actually the second surah in the Quran. I went over Al-Fatiha, which is the opening, the first surah in episode 7 when I talked about the prayer, you know, and I let people know that was the first chapter of the Quran, Al-Fatiha. So this is the second chapter of the Quran. It is called Al-Baqarah, and they have translated it to mean in the English text the cow, because the cow. Okay, so and know that this book was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, over the course of 22 years, if I'm not mistaken, 22 years. And it always was being revealed to him in the month of Ramadan, in the purified month. So with saying that, I think I touched on everything. So I want to go ahead and go into the Quran. I want to go ahead and read the second ayat. That was the first one. Okay, the second ayat is saying, this is the only perfect book, wanting and not, containing nothing doubtful or harmful or destructive. There is no false charge in it. It is a guidance for those who guard against evil. That's self-explanatory. Those who believe, this is the third ayat, those who believe in the existence of the hidden reality. Okay, so those who believe in the hidden reality, those who believe in the day of resurrection, the day of judgment, the day of rising, that you will be held accountable for everything you've done on this earth, that there will be a reckoning. So this ayah is addressing these people, those who believe in the hidden reality, which is the hereafter, the heaven and the hell, who believe in God, who believe in the angels. Is capturing the attention of these people. If you don't believe in the hidden reality, then you might as well not even listen to this, because it's not going to make any sense to you. It's not going to matter to you. You don't believe in nothing else. Those who do not believe in the hidden reality only believe in what they can see, only believe in this life, only believe in this world, only believe in what they're doing today and what they would like to be doing tomorrow if they live into tomorrow. So, and also, yeah, those people who don't believe in the hidden reality, it's a, you know, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you can lose. You are going to lose. You're going to lose. You have nothing to look forward to but this life, and if this all you look forward to. Wow, man, that's kind of sad. But I'm gonna move on. Those who believe in a hidden reality, believing in something else after this world, believing in life after this world, okay? Which is beyond the reach of ordinary human perception or cognizance. You believe in a reality, but you can't perceive what it's going to be like. You can't perceive what heaven will be like. You can't perceive what hell is going to be like. You can't conceive of what the day of judgment will be like. But you believe in this, and you are held in awe at this. And who observe the prayer. So those who pray, Jews pray, Christians pray, Muslims pray, people pray. And these are the ones who basically believe. Jews believe in a hidden reality, a life after death. Christians believe in a hidden reality, life after death. And of course, Muslims believe in a reality, hidden reality, life after death. So in all these groups of people, they pray and spend on others, spending your money, giving charity. This is what this book is calling to, to help those who can't help themselves, to spend in charity. You're going to spend on your family. You're going to spend on the welfare and the needy. This is what this book is addressing. This is all good, okay? Wouldn't you agree? This is all good. This is good guidance so far. All right? And we're going to move on to the fourth ayah. It says, and who also believe in the message which has been revealed to you, and that which has been revealed before you, and who have a firm faith in the hereafter. Now this ayah is basically talking about what I just explained and all the other things I explained, who believe in what has been revealed to you. And when it's saying to you, and this is actually Allah, the Creator. He has revealed this book to Prophet Muhammad. So he is addressing Prophet Muhammad and saying, and who also believe in the message who has been revealed to you. He's talking about the people who believe in this message. O Muhammad, peace be upon you. This is the you. Revealed to you, O Muhammad. And in that which has been revealed before you, all the prior books and all the prior prophets. These people who believe in this and who have a firm belief in the hereafter, that there is life after death, and they will be raised up and they will be judged, and there is a heaven and there is a hell. Okay? This is the book, this is the guidance, this is basically this is a glad tidings and a warning. This book is a glad tidings and a warning, and this ayah is actually a glad tidings and a warning, because it's it's warning those who is giving a warning, saying, well, the people that have believed in this message and revealed to you. So the people who have believed is a glad tidings to them, and the people who have not believed is a warning to them. Because it's going to be, it's leaving them out because they don't believe in this. So it's basically a warning to them. They don't believe in this, so they can't expect none of this. So it's a warning, so to speak. Okay, move on to ayah 5. It is they who follow the guidance from their Lord, and it is they alone who are successful in attaining the good things in this life and in the hereafter. This is a glad tidings. This is a glad tidings to those who follow the guidance. This book, who follow the guidance, the people who follow the guidance in the other books before this. Okay, this book is giving a glad tidings. Okay, it's talking about everything. Okay, and it's saying that this guidance from their Lord They will be successful in obtaining if they follow this guidance. Believe in this guidance and follow it. They will be successful in obtaining their objectives in this life and in the hereafter. Move on to ayah 6. As for those who are bent upon denying the truth, okay, here comes the warning. As for those who are bent upon denying the truth, denying the truth, which they know of nothing, because they were created. So how can you deny the truth when everything you are doing, you are exploring, you are things are coming to you, things which you knew not. Okay, you are a created being. Okay, as for those who are bent upon denying the truth, they would not believe. Allah is addressing the prophet saying, as for those who deny the truth, they are not going to believe. This is Allah created the ability for people to deny the truth and for people, to not believe. Allah knows this. He created people to make these choices, to have a mind, to think about things and to accept it or reject it, to do what you want to do. Okay? It says, they would not believe because it is all the same to them whether you warn them or not. They are already set on what they want to do. So, when this truth comes to them, they reject it. So this, they reject it. It says, with the result that Allah has set a seal on their hearts and upon their hearing, and on their eyes is a covering, and a mighty punishment awaits them. Okay, so one might say, well, man, Allah has set a seal on their hearts and has set a seal upon their hearing and their eyes, and on their eyes is a covering. Allah did this. Why would Allah do this? Well, Allah did this because He created the act of evil. He created the act of good. He created the ability, He created the mind and the ability to have a free will to choose between evil and good. So Allah is responsible for everything that's going on the earth. He's responsible for everything. He created everything. So when it's mentioned like that Allah has set a seal on their hearts, well, He created the act for them to be able to reject the truth, to use their brain, to have this will. This is what this means, in its purest form. Allah just didn't, create them and deliberately, put a seal on their hearts and put a seal on their eyes and hearing, and not do this to certain people. No, He gives them the free will to choose. So He created the act of evil and good. Okay, that's what that means. We have a free will. Allah created everything, good and evil. All right. So, and this is the guidance. He's warning of a mighty punishment that will await these people who are rejecting the truth. Who don't want to be guided. People who don't want to guide, who are not looking for guidance, who only look to themselves, who only follow their own vain desires, what they set out to do for the day, whatever ignites them and gets them excited. Whatever they want to do, they following their own lust and desires, and they're not looking for guidance. When the guidance comes to them, they say, I ain't on that, man. I'm on what, I'm trying to get what I'm trying to get right now, man. I ain't trying to hear that guidance, that true stuff. What's true to me is what I'm on, what I'm trying to do. So these are those people. But these type of people can always change and accept guidance. So Have no fear, you know. You can always change at any point up until you die. You can change. You have that free will. Guidance can come to you at any time. You may have done all the things and, you know, fulfilled all your desires, and you may be tired of this, you know. You may be tired of this and want to change, want to do right, want to do good. Islam invites you to doing good, you know. But you have those who do this until they die. They never stop. Like Michael Jackson say, don't stop until you get enough. Some people never get enough, so they never stop. You know what I'm saying? So you have everything going on down here, but you can always stop. You can get enough, and you can't stop, and you can accept that guidance, that truth. Okay? So never fear, man. It's up to you. That free will. So we're gonna move, and this is the book. This is the guidance. You know, this is what Allah has revealed. So we're gonna move on to Ayah 8. It says there. Let me see how far I got. All right, this section here. I say, okay, it said, there are some people who say, we believe in Allah in the last day, or we believe in God in the last day, while they are no believers at all. Wow. There are people who say that. These people here, they are like the middle people. They are in the middle, you know. They have the bad over here and they have the good over here. They say they believe in God, but it's saying they don't really believe in God in the last day. So why would somebody say that? Why would somebody say they believe in God and not believe in God? Who are these people? This section is dedicated to the hypocrite, the infiltrators. This section right here. Okay? So, who would want to infiltrate? Who would want to say there's something and not? People, infiltrators and perpetrators, hypocrites are those who come into a group to gather information, you know, to take down the group, to weaken the group. You have these things going on. You know, you have people who will come in and investigate and gather all type of information and take it back to whoever, whatever organization they're with. You have all type of organizations out here. You know, you have all type of bad people out here. You know, these people are trying to take down the good people who are trying to be good, who are trying to live what God has set forth, like the prophets have. Whenever a prophet came, he always challenged the status quo, the leaders, the rulers who were on the earth, who were dictating and who were, you know, having their way, you know, and imposing their way on the people. And so when prophets came, they, you know, they came to speak out against injustices and oppression. And, you know, a status quo, they can't have this. So what do? If they don't take you out, take you out, they'll send some infiltrators into your group. And they'll see what's going on inside the group. How can they penetrate this group? How can they bring this group down? Okay, it gets deep. You know. But this book, this is the guidance for the truthful, for the people. So this book is addressing this. This book addresses everything on the earth. This is the guidance. This is the Quran. It talks about everything. You know, so those infiltrators, you know, who are afraid that something good can take down what they have, which is bad, ruling, and they're having their way. You know, they don't want nothing to sabotage what they're doing, which is bad. So only good can do that. Okay? But God is addressing these people, okay? These infiltrators. It say they abandon God and those who believe, but they only deprive themselves of blessings, and they do not perceive. Okay? So this also, now this is addressing, this ayah here is addressing people who are actually followers of the prophets, who are actually amongst the prophets. We talking about everything, all the religions, all the prophets, all the way up to now. We have Muslims today who are Muslims today, and something happens, their faith diminishes, or their worldly desires take over them, and they abandon the right path. They abandon the right path. Okay? And so it's saying they deprive themselves of the blessings of God when they do this. When they choose another way outside of what they know to be the truth. And then they, when they go and choose something bad, they deprive themselves of blessings from God when they do this. Okay? It says, in their hearts is a disease. And it says God has increased their disease. And it says a woeful punishment awaits them because of their persistent lies. Okay, so you know, a person who's persistently lying and saying he's something that he's not, and doing something that's adverse to what it's supposed to be. What do you think? What do you think this person is? What do you think is going to happen to this person? You know, the Quran is addressing this. Nothing good can happen when someone is, you know, portraying to be something good when he's actually not. He's something bad. You know? So anybody out there who's infringing and you know, invading something that's good and trying to say that, you know, trying to trick the people who are the truthful and good and trying to trick them to believing that they are good, but when they actually are put here to disrupt and dismantle and to cause confusion, you know, you may look good with your group, this group that sent you here, or the group that you're a part of. Yeah, they may pat you on the back and give you a raise, give you a car, give you a big house, you know, put $1 million in your bank account. That looks good to you right now, right? That looks good to you. But in all actuality, a woeful punishment will await you when you die. But God can also, and that's inevitable. You know, that's inevitable. But God can also make something bad to you happen in the earth too. So this temporary enjoyment that you sacrifice everlasting enjoyment for, you know, it's going to be a punishment for that. You know, this temporary enjoyment, that's what it is, temporary. A temporary enjoyment, okay? This book is addressing this. This is the Quran. This is the guidance. Okay? It says, when it is said to them, do not disturb the peace of the land. Don't disturb the peace of the land. You know, let those who want to be peaceful be peaceful. The Quran is addressing this. They say, man, we are simply setting things right. They are liars. They are liars. They know they are liars. They're trying to perceive people. They say, man, no, we want to do things right. We're not disrupting peace on the earth. We're trying to set things right. But in actuality, they are disrupting the peace of the earth. Disrupting, a good life for other human beings. That's the definition of peace. When people are having tranquility and peace in their life, no turmoil, no stress. They want to bring stress, but then they disguise it, saying no. Their words are saying no, but we are bringing peace. You're not getting away with anything. The Quran is addressing this. The Quran is addressing this. You're not getting away with anything. You're only digging and paving way for yourself for a painful punishment. And when you die, inevitably everyone is going to die. So that's ultimately what's going to happen to you. But on the earth, like I said, you may achieve some good things. There'll be some temporary, enjoyable things on the earth, but you're going to pay, okay? Alright, so it says, beware. They alone are the peace breakers, but they do not perceive its evil consequences. Wow. That's self-explanatory. I mean, we know, and this is what you call keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? When you keep it real, this person who is doing these actions, if you keep it real with yourself, you know that you're a deceiver. You are a deceiver. You are a perpetrator. An evildoer. You are disrupting the peace of people. Why would you want to disrupt, some peace from someone's life? The Quran addresses this. You have people, who do this. They want to disrupt the peace in your life, man. And what other better reward for the evil that they do, that they perpetrate, than other eternal damnation in hell? Okay, so you keep moving. What's the next one? It says, and when it is said to them, now this is the believers. When it is said to them, who else can say this to them? And when it is said to them, believe as the other people believe. Come on, man, believe. Don't do wrong, man. Believe in this message. Let's build something. Let's try to do right, man. Let's believe in this. It can work for you. And when it says to believe in this, believe as the other people believe. That means the companions of the prophets, the people, the Muslims, the Christians, the Jews, they believe. They believe in good things. Believe as the people has believed. They say, shall we believe as the weak-minded believe? They think this is weak-minded. These people, they say, man, that's weak, man. I'm not believing in that. I guess they feel like, those people are dependent on that stuff when they can't have what I'm getting right now is Monday. These cars and this flashy life. They say, I'm strong. They believe that they are strong because they're doing whatever possible. They're doing whatever it takes to get the riches of this world and the power of this world. So the people, who chase that power and want to be the rulers and dictate, if they're not dictating in the right way, they doing it deceivingly, to do whatever, to have that money, power, respect on the earth. That's what it all boils down to. That's what they're after. Money, power, and in some instances respect, you know, and in most instances it's disdain, you know, disdain, because you know you're lower than a snake, you know, a roach, a cockroach. You're low, you know, you do anything. There's nothing that's beneath you, there's nothing you won't do to attain what you have set out to do by any means necessary for you to attain money and this power. All right. It says God will bring down disgrace upon them and will let them continue in their ways of transgression. They are blindly wandering. You know, that's self-explanatory. That's basically saying what I've been saying. It's all coming from the Quran. This is the Quran. This is the guidance. A bringer of glad tidings and a warning to people, to the waves of people, to the actions of people. This book right here. All right. It says, it is they who have preferred misguidance to guidance. Okay? But their bargain has fetched no profit, nor are they rightly guided. So, and when it says no profit, meaning what they have profited is temporary. It's no profit at all. It's temporary. You only can have these things temporary that you sacrifice everything for, man. You know what I'm saying? The money, the clothes, the cars, the women, you know? This is a temporary. It's no profit. It's going to leave you. You're going to leave it. You know? Live a while. Live 20 or 30 years. The women that you did this for, they're going to get old and wrinkled. They're not going to be beautiful anymore. They're going to, I mean, we all do. It's the ways of the world. You know what I mean? This world is temporary. So we're going to get wrinkled and old. And we once used to look at them like, oh man, whoa, look at that. I'd do anything to get that, right? Then 30 years around, you look around, you know, it's like, oh man, you know, what is this? That God has set forth in this earth. You know, you have beauty, then you go to an age where you like, you know what it is. Unattractive now, you know? You know, so it's no profit, man. You're gonna lose that. It's not gonna stay with you. A profit is something that stays with you and benefits you. It's not gonna leave you. It's gonna profit you. You know, I'm talking about forever and always. You have to believe in this. You have to believe in the forever and always. You know, God has promised us in His Quran, and we're gonna get to it. He has promised us forever and always. Always living. We are eternal beings. Our souls are eternal. So they have no profit. That's the way we look at things. You know, you want a temporary profit. I mean, you want a temporary enjoyment. There's no profit in reality. Looking at the true reality. This book enforces the true reality. Let you know the true reality of things. Not some false perception that we want to believe. You only can get a false perception from your own self. But the true reality is coming from your Creator. We are standing on His book. Okay? Alright, let's move on. Okay, I'm going to finish reading this. This is a the last ayats here. This is basically a similitude. I'm going to read right through it. It's going to be self-explanatory, basically covering everything I just said. We just get through this section and we're going to close off here. It says, Their case is like the case of a person who kindled a fire in the darkness. But no sooner did it light up their surroundings, their profit that they think they got, Allah took away their light and left them in different kinds of darkness, in a state in which they could see nothing. What they really have, you have something for a minute in the light, you think it's lit up. Then when the darkness comes, you realize you have nothing. When it comes to a point where you realize that, man, I thought I had something. And you come to realize that you have nothing. This is a similitude. Okay, it says, see, they have nothing. It said they are deaf, dumb, and blind. So they will not return to the straight path. Okay, it says, or like heavy downpour from the clouds, wherein there are different kinds of darkness, thunder, and lightning. They plug their ears with their fingers against the thunderclaps, fearing death. And God encompasses the disbelievers to punish them. The lightning may well nigh snatch away their sight. As often as it flashes for them, they walk in it. And when it darkens against them, they come to a halt. Indeed, if Allah had so willed, He would have taken away their hearing and their sight. God is indeed the possessor of power to do all that He wills. So this similitude is basically saying, God, Allah, He lets you live through this. He lets you go through it. He lets you think that you have something, that you sacrificed all that was good to do bad, to get a temporary enjoyment. He lets you do that. He could have took you out. He could have killed you. He could have snatched your soul. He could have stopped you from making other people's lives a challenge, taking away their peace, making them think there's something, deceiving, making them think there's something is other than what really is. He lets you be that deceiver for a time, because he wants you to really go through the motions of having it, jeopardizing everything, and then all of a sudden it comes around, you wake up one day and there's nothing around you. You can't trust the people who you were with, the people you served. You know what I'm saying? They don't trust you, or you don't trust them. Because it's about deceit and deception. When you're into this, Allah lightens it up. He makes everything seem, He brings everything to light. Makes you see what you really have. And at that point, it scares the heck out of these people. Scares, and they are left wondering, deaf, dumb, and blind. They are lost in the world. This is a similitude for this deceptive life. Okay? It's a warning. God can do anything. He can take you away. But He lets you go through that so that you can feel the pain after you have enjoyed something, sacrificed, did everything, killed folks, deceived folks, lied to them. Now you have nothing. You have burnt that bridge. How we say, you burn your bridges, you can't go back across there. You're on this side all by yourself. With those others who have burnt their bridges and did all that they can to get what they want. And as time goes on, they are going to get old. And they are going to wonder, what is going to become of me? My life is coming to an end. When they on that deathbed, or with leading up to that deathbed, they become old and alone. And they start to think about everything they've done in the past, their life. And they come to realize, wow, I was something else. And I really was low. And then they start to become to feel bad. Their conscience catches up with them. That's what this is about. God lets you live through that, so your conscience is gonna catch up with you. And you are not gonna even be able to live with yourself. You're gonna be a nervous wreck within yourself, not being able to live. You know what I'm saying? That's the similitude. You live long enough. If God gives you that long enough, but sometimes He will send someone to get at you. Take you out of here quick, right? And you meet your doom. But sometimes He let people live that out. There's all types of things going on. Different situations, different scenarios. Okay? So, but we don't ever want to give up hope, of change, of doing the right thing, of being upright people with other people. Being upright is being truthful with other people. Even if you can't get along with it, everybody's not going to get along. Everybody's not going to be perfect, But respect that next person. Respect that man. Respect that woman. Be professional. Everybody's not going to get along, but if you have to deal justly with everyone. You don't have to hang out with this group or that group. But don't try to destroy this group and that group. If this group and that group are doing right. Everybody ain't gonna fit in. Even if you're doing right and they're doing right. You might not fit into their group. You know what I'm saying? You might not fit in. Okay, cool. It happens. That's a created thing. Everybody is not gonna get along. Everybody's not gonna fit in the same group. But respect the groups. Don't cause that group turmoil. Allah created that. He created that act. The act of people doing good, this group doing good, that group doing good. But, it might, you might not fit in. Everybody don't fit in. You might be a misfit to this group. You might be a misfit to that group. But you still have respect, and you don't sever the peace. You don't try to cause, this group to not have peace within themselves. So just understand that. That's a very important point. Everybody is not going to fit in certain groups, but we can all get along. We can all be professional and deal with each other. But you might not fit in that group. But they definitely can show you love. You know what I mean? Send you on your way. Or you. And add to the group. But a lot of times you have bosses. You have a boss here and a boss there. These bosses ain't gonna always, blend in. But this boss gonna respect that boss, this boss gonna respect that boss. And when they can come together on a common cause, they're gonna do it. Okay? But respectful bosses, that's righteous bosses, this happens with righteous bosses, They're gonna respect what they're doing over there, respect what they're doing over there. If they can come together on something, they will. If they can't, Alright, they're gonna still have the peace. Okay, so there's all type of scenarios. We're going to end this show off today. We're going into the Quran on the Dawah Time show. I'm bringing the Quran to you. I'm bringing the guidance to you. I'm letting you know. If you never read the Quran, I'm going into the Quran and I'm bringing it out. I'm reading it. I'm letting people know the contents of the Quran, the guidance. So we're going to end the show off today. My name is Akhee Salam. And this is the Dawah Time show. And this is the Dawah.
Islam teaches worship in its purest form. Its purest form. Its purest form. It's the